Oh my God, look at the power. Can't believe it's electric. It's crazy. Man, full set. This video is brought to you by StarCharge, the largest EV charging manufacturer in the world. They are also a provider of residential and commercial battery storage with microgrid solutions. Hello and welcome to another Out of Spec Reviews video. Some of you know we actually have a channel called Out of Spec Motoring, and I'd love to one day start a channel called Out of Spec Boatering. And that's what we're talking about in this episode, a boat on Out of Spec Reviews. What the heck? This is an electric boat, and it's not just any electric boat. It's a Frauscher, which is an incredibly high quality, high-end boat, I believe built in Austria, powered by a Porsche Macan EV drivetrain. So, you know, who knew PPE spanned Q6 e-tron, A6 e-tron Avant, whatever that's going to be called, Porsche Macan, and a boat. It's super freaking cool. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take you on a full tour of this boat in terms of the powertrain. We're actually going to go out on the water and drive it and cruise around in silence on the water. This I'm really looking forward to. It should be really fun. But of course, I'm going to hit you with all the technical stuff. It has a Macan EV battery pack in there, a Macan motor, and it's a boat that can actually even DC fast charge it up to 270 kilowatts because it's the same thing as a Macan EV in this boat. And it's not just like a prototype to say we made a boat with Macan EV components. Frauscher will sell you this boat, and reservations are open, and it's not cheap, as you can imagine. This is a boat that costs somewhere around 550,000 euros before taxes. So, you know, we're not talking, let's just go pick one up on the weekend. This is for super yacht owners to have as a tender. It's for people who live on a lake who want an electric boat with the highest quality and a really nicely engineered drivetrain. And they will build really as many as they want. I think they already have about 10 sold, and most of them are actually coming to America, it sounds like, which will be really exciting. So we have to spend more time with this, but our first look at the Frauscher, powered by Porsche, electric boat, and we're going to go out on the water. So you'll be joining me and Philip. Philip is sort of the product expert on this. He's going to help walk us through their charging solutions, the boat itself, and then we're going to go out on the water and send it, do some launches, look at the range, have some fun reviewing a boat powered by a Porsche Macan EV. This is definitely not a bad day at work. Let's go out on the water. So here's the boat just ahead of us going for a ride, but I want to introduce you guys to Philip. Philip is actually from Porsche representing this particular boat, and you're the project leader for this Frauscher collaboration.
Yes, I am.
Amazing.
Hi guys, nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us on YouTube and walking us through the boat. Would you mind walking us through a little bit of the technicals of the boat? And of course, I want to talk about your charging solution, of course, but let's talk about the boat first. And I know you have a breakdown over here with some things.
Yes.
So how is this actually done from a component standpoint?
So the clue with this boat is that we implemented one-to-one the safe components like you can see them in the new electric Macan. So we have the same battery and the same engine, the top engine of the turbo model, being implemented and adapted technically into this Frauscher boat. So we came up for roughly 3 years ago with the idea, does it make sense for Porsche actually to go into the marine industry? Does it make sense from a brand perspective, also from a business perspective? And luckily 3 years ago, we decided, yes, let's do it, let's try it out. And we came up with the first prototype together with Frauscher, really a prototype. So it was just focused on technical implementation and whether it works or not. And it worked pretty well. So we took our complete board members onto that boat, the prototype.
Wow.
We drove the boat. And everybody who was joining us was really overwhelmed. And this was like the kickoff for seeing, or for this product that you can see right now, right here. So the series version of the Frauscher X Porsche, we call it E-Fantom because it's an electric boat. Basically, when you look at the components, it's a 100 kilowatt hours battery pack.
So that's the same battery as Macan?
Exactly the same battery as in the Macan. Plus we have the same electric engine like in the Macan, the most powerful one of the turbo model.
The turbo rear motor then.
Exactly,
the 900
rear
amp.
motor.
Yep.
Obviously we don't have wheels, so therefore we have the Z-Drive here from Mercury. It's an existing Z-Drive, a very sporty version.
And it can handle the power?
Exactly, it can handle, but we had to limit it actually.
Oh,
the
really?
torque was so intense that we have the clutch in between here, and also regarding the application, the software application, we made sure that this boat is working just robust.
Yeah.
And we limited also the top speed to 85 kilometers per hour, which is like 40,
Yeah, but
45
that's so good
knots.
for a boat.
Actually, we could do more, but it doesn't make sense. So it's without, you know, having safety belts and so on, it's
Yeah.
really getting too shaky on the water. So therefore we said 85 is still a very sporty sporty speed. And yeah.
So you have, okay, walk me through the components here from the car. So we have the 100 kilowatt hour battery pack. This is the like battery integrated heater.
That's the
and
battery
everything.
management system.
Yeah, and is that connected to the battery same as the car?
Exactly the same. It's one-to-one, the same technology. It's carryover, as we say, carryover from the car. What is not carried over is the carrier system right here, including the damping system, which we actually took over from tank building, because obviously when you drive a car, you don't see so many shocks like when you jump over a 2-meter wave. And therefore we had to adapt the damping system to boat specifics. And this is the solution that we came up with.
Amazing. And so you use the same 11 kilowatt onboard charger as the car?
Exactly. That's always delivered with the boat. So everybody who buys a boat can charge it like anywhere, because you have the mobile charger plus all the adaptions.
And it's all the same car stuff, which is so
It's
cool.
all the same car stuff,
And so
yes.
you also support DC charging with the same charging performance of the car, up to 270 kilowatts.
We do.
That is the coolest freaking thing ever. And of course, in order to charge the boat, we have this trailer,
Yes.
which doesn't come with the boat, of course.
No, obviously
but
not.
someone could create something similar, I assume. Would you sell this trailer?
Well, it's a product of a partner company from us. So the company is called AW Automotive, AW Automotive, and they are an expert on charging solutions. And when we show this boat, and we also take it for a roadshow across Europe in the next month, we need something mobile when we want to charge the boat. Obviously, you can charge it anywhere in any harbor with a mobile charger, but then it's up to 11 kilowatts. So it takes quite some time. And when we do some events and some testing, and we want to have a couple of sea trials on the same day, you need some kind of charging solution. And it's obviously, as we are in a harbor right here, it's required to be mobile.
Yeah, and
therefore
it's
this
parked
partner, it's
perfectly.
a trailer, you can trailer it.
Yeah.
It's a very good solution.
And what's inside of this? You mentioned there's some second life batteries in this one?
Inside are two Taycan second life batteries of the first generation. So it's a very good story also to tell that we have second life Porsche batteries in here, now charging our brand new electric boat.
It's so cool. So you have roughly 170 kilowatt hours of usable battery buffer.
Exactly.
And you can charge at 50 kilowatts with this charger.
So the charging power is limited to 50 kilowatts.
Yep.
But the company is actually also working on some upgrades to be up to 150 kilowatts of charging performance.
Nice, very cool. And then, so I just think this is amazing. This is more for your road show, less to do with the boat, but it's a really cool solution. So what do you say we go for a ride?
Absolutely, let's go.
All right. Philip, before we head out on the boat, would you mind walking me through just some of the specs? And also, this is not a prototype. This is something that Porsche and Frauscher are going to work together to actually sell.
Exactly. So we are going to sell the boat. It's you can put your orders right now. So it's limited to 25 pieces as a first edition, but we are also willing to sell more if the demand is hopefully as high as we wish for. The boat is actually, now as it is right here, fully equipped, so without any extras. It's achievable for a price of 560,000 euros plus VAT. And yeah, so let's go for a ride.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. How fast does it go, by the way?
It goes, so we limited it to 85 kilometers per hour,
Yeah.
which is roughly like 45 knots.
But if you didn't limit it?
So we had over 100 kilometers per hour in testing phase. But, it's
And the
actually,
motor can handle that much, just like
Exactly,
full
yeah.
send? That's amazing.
It can. But
So-
it doesn't really make sense because, you know, then regarding what regular boaters do, this is really a speed level which is most people don't feel comfortable with.
Of course, especially as this is just a cruiser, more or less. It's electric. You're going to have instant torque and power, I imagine.
Yes, acceleration is fantastic. So
Amazing.
you will
And then
experience soon.
on the boat itself, just want to take a closer look. You have a bunch of tie-down points throughout everything. What is the actual structure made out of? Is it all fiberglass?
It's all fiberglass, yes.
And then you have some wood inside, some leathers. What is this, all Porsche leathers and things?
No, so basically this is also a very important point. This collaboration is is very credible, let's say, because Frauscher brings in the boat experience and how to build great boats, and we bring in the Porsche technology, the automotive technology, especially regarding electric drivetrains right here. So what you actually can see, everything which is the boat is Frauscher, so the complete hull, the wooden top, and also the seating area. What you can see if you come over here, because the drivetrain is actually the Porsche technology, and it's the heart beating in the same heart beating in the two products. We also managed to fully redesign the cockpit. So you have a Porsche steering wheel, you have a complete new design of this cockpit. It really much similar to a 911 or to a regular Porsche cockpit. Has a nice level of symmetry. Also the fly wings of the cockpit remind you of a Porsche.
Absolutely.
And this is something where we put our focus on. So it's basically our ingredients, let's say, in this collaboration is the drivetrain itself plus the cockpit design.
And Frauscher, of course, maybe to our audience who doesn't know, they build some incredibly high-end boats.
Absolutely. So it's a very successful and a renowned company, also for their design. There were some Porsche Christophorus magazines where Frauscher actually was mentioned and being titled like the Porsche on the water. So it's really a very good combination. We appreciate each other very much in this collaboration. And
you made a saleable product. It's not like you said, this is a demonstration of the Macan drivetrain. It's a demonstration that you can buy and have.
It is.
And I really hope someone who views our videos buys one of these things. It's not cheap. It's over $500,000 basically, but it's really cool.
It's absolutely cool.
It's really cool. Well, let's go for a ride. Looking forward to this. So we just hopped on the boat, and Philip, I'm looking at your instrument cluster here. This is almost completely custom in a very Porsche designed way, if you will, to all of the electrical system of the boat, temperatures, voltages.
Exactly.
So just to walk the audience through some of this stuff, you have your electric motor speed, you have distance, high voltages on, ambient stuff, but this is what we care about. You're at 728 volts right now, 84%, and you can see here the 12 volt is charged up. All the temperatures are nice and cool.
So we have a water cooling system with a heat exchanger, and this one is then actually cooling both components, and it's 2 circuits.
Okay, but you use the same temperature control logic and stuff.
Absolutely.
And are there different drive modes, if you will?
There are different drive modes. So what you have here, you can see it underneath the throttle, is that we have a dock mode where you can just drive in dock speed. So it's limited to 10 kilometers per hour. We have the range speed, which is optimized for the cruising speed of 20 knots.
Okay, so 20 knots is a good compromise.
It's a very good compromise between range and being still sporty on the water, and it's a very good point where you get into planing mode.
Okay.
So this is like the recommended mode that you usually drive in.
And how far do you think you can go?
In terms of
kilometers.
Kilometers. So the calculated range is 50 kilometers. What is, I guess, more important, we did some sea trials, like customer-typic sea trials, which came up with 2 to 3 hours of pure driving.
Which is more than most people will ever do on a boat like this.
Mostly, yes, especially because you don't have a cabin right here. It's a day cruise, it's an open boat, so usually 2 to 3 hours of driving should be definitely
You go out on the
for...
lake, you have a lunch, you have a picnic, go to a little island and come back.
Exactly.
This could also be good for resorts to shuttle their
It is,
around.
absolutely, it is. There are so many use cases. Also, it could be a perfect match for a tender boat, for super yachts.
Absolutely. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
These are the GT2 RS customers.
Yes, but in general, I guess it's just really a product that is made for daily use. So you won't cross the ocean, obviously, but I guess no one will do it in an open boat.
Yeah,
but
for this type of boat.
The purpose of this boat, I guess the drivetrain fits perfectly. And regarding performance, we also had some comparison and some track race compared to the combustion engine version, and it's like in cars. So
oh, really? So it's much faster.
It takes seconds, and you can just see this boat here from behind. So
how many kilowatts of power will this do peak, do you think, output?
So we have 440.
Oh, that's still a ton.
It is, absolutely. But
that's what, 600 horsepower or something?
Even more, I guess. 620 or something.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Amazing. And so what does the combustion come with?
So the one that we compared was the most powerful one with 460, I guess, horsepower.
And that was a V8 version?
It's the V8, yes, from Mercury. And so as I just said, it's
this is
really a different story.
Yeah, amazing. Well, and some of the gauges, so you have trim control, you have your steering because it's electric steering. Is that what that red and green is?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. You have your
Trim
percent
control.
charge.
Then we have the charge, the temperature, and for sure the RPMs in the middle, as you are used to from a Porsche.
And is temperature an issue on this boat at all? Or you can just rip it all day?
If you do too much fast driving in Sport Plus mode, it's going to be derated in order to make sure that no component is harmed at all.
Yeah.
And then you are like educated to drive a bit slower.
Okay.
But
so you don't have to worry about breaking anything.
no, you don't have to worry about braking. Yes, exactly. So we made it sure that, because no one wants to have a broken boat, obviously, and especially not such one. Therefore, we made sure that we have safety systems installed.
And is there a way to set a charging limit on the battery? So like for storage, you don't want to leave it at 100% as an example.
It is exactly for winter mode, for instance, when we, especially in Europe, you will have minus temperatures for winter.
Yeah.
Then it's winter mode, which then going to be charged at, I guess, 30% state of charge.
Yeah.
And then
you just leave it plugged in at 30%.
Exactly.
Oh, amazing. This is great. Well, now I think it's time to go for a ride. We keep saying that, but there's so much to learn. So you have an electric steering, you have a juicy motor, and we've got a cool ass boat. Let's go for a ride.
Let's go.
So there's a bow thruster as well, as you can see. So the bow thruster is probably the loudest thing on the boat. That's amazing. Wow, and the clutching for forward and reverse is really smooth as well, Philip.
It is.
And is it for reverse? Do you spin the motor backwards?
No, we have a gear shift.
Yeah, okay, so the motor's always going forwards.
Exactly, which doesn't make sense. So we actually wanted to do it as both directions.
Yeah.
But it's technically, we evaluated both concepts and decided for the other one because it's more robust for
a marine application.
For the marine application in the industry.
Yeah, it's got to handle the salts and all the other crap. So.
Exactly.
But yeah, maybe in the future, it would be cool to have the same motor without a clutching
I mean,
system.
every expert from the car industry was like, hey guys, why are you not using the full potential of the electric engine?
Yeah.
But
yeah, but it's okay. It's a Gen 1 product. Yeah, of course. If it's perfect, there would never be a Gen 2. So it's a single control on the powertrain then, right? Or is it actually a dual motor?
No, it's a single. We actually just took this one for design purpose.
Ah, okay, because it almost looks like you can control each individual motor there, but they are linked there.
They're connected. It's more for design reasons, but also when you look into the future and when we talked to Frauscher also, we said like, hey, is it maybe possible to electrify a bigger version of a boat, like a 10 or 12 meter boat?
Yeah.
And then maybe once you need a dual drive, so 2 engines and 2 batteries, and then we already have the right throttle in place and don't need to readjust with a different throttle. So it's like a robust system then already that can also be applied on two drivetrains.
Yeah, imagine this thing with 2 complete drivetrains. It would be
for
crazy.
This one here, it would be crazy, but for bigger boats, that's like the next step maybe.
Oh, it's amazing actually. It's really cool. This is really fun. We've got a Porsche steering wheel, and what's amazing to me is I grew up on the water boating. We're here trolling through, some amazing boats around here, by the way, some crazy stuff. But we're able to basically whisper to each other.
Yes.
It's so silent.
It's absolutely silent. And the sound that you will hear just once we leave the marina is from the set drive.
Yeah.
So it's basically not the engine that we will hear, but there's still an emotional sound that might give you some goosebumps once you kick the throttle.
Okay. And are we going to do a full throttle launch, at least one of them, so we can see? Oh, hell yeah. Awesome. Yeah, great. Well, let's, once we get out, we'll pick it up. This is amazing. So you have the Raymarine screen that you can, would you mind just pulling up the Porsche app really quick, just so I can show everyone the apps that you have available? So you have radar underneath, you have a fish finder. Are all of those functional on this boat as well?
No, fish finder, you would have to...
yeah, have to add the module for this one, but it's cool.
You have the stereo control here.
Ah, audio, okay. Philip, what kind of audio you have in this thing for music?
So we do have that's a boat question actually. We do have the surround audio here.
Mm-hmm. But it has a sound system.
It's a JL audio sound system package that we have.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, love it. So I love how as you add power, we can see more amperage coming out of the motor right there. So we're at 10 amps output.
So we'll start on the range mode.
Yeah, okay.
We'll get you to Sport Plus.
So we're starting in range mode. Yeah. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to this. Love that we can pull up the charts right here. Absolutely awesome. Here in the south of France, of course. Absolutely gorgeous as well. So range mode already feeling extremely powerful. Wow, that range mode rips. You don't need any more than range mode. Whoa. Now we're up on plane about 17 knots. Out of spec botering, here we are. This is awesome.
That'll be a good speed, around 20.
Yeah, so 20 feels pretty good then. Yeah.
Optimal.
Yeah. Man, you could cruise all day in this. There is some vibration and noise to simulate something like maybe a combustion engine, it almost feels like, but out here in an electric boat, this is what dreams are made of. This is so cool. Wow, this thing boogies too. Yeah.
Are you ready for a bit more juice?
Yeah, let's try sport mode. So, button is hit, and it is ripping. Oh man, this thing freaking boogies. This is great. It is, oh my God, look at the power. Can't believe it's electric, it's crazy. Yeah, buddy. 35 knots in this thing. The power is crazy. Yes. And there's Sport Plus now. So let's see what this thing can do. Oh my gosh. It's got some freaking balls. This thing goes. That's 40 knots now almost. Man, full set. Yeah. Man, this thing is fast. Holy smokes. Oh my God, it's crazy. Can we experience some of the from standstill acceleration?
Yeah, I was about to offer you.
Ah, amazing. So when you come to standstill, is the electric motor spinning on the clutch or is it stopped?
Sorry?
When you come to a stop, is the electric motor at 0 RPM then? Or is it spinning with the
spinning.
clutch?
Spinning.
Oh, okay, it goes from 0.
The props is not spinning.
The prop's not spinning, no.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll do like a Sport Plus acceleration.
Yeah, Sport Plus launch. Is there a launch mode? Left foot on the brake, floor it with the right pedal.
Looking at temperature is looking good.
Yeah, temperatures are nice, right in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ready?
let's launch this thing. Dang, it's got some power from 0. And once you get up to about 20 knots or so, it really gives it the beans. Wow.
We lost the jacket.
We lost the jacket. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it mine? Oh,
Yeah.
no, I think I've got something. I've got my keys in it.
Oh, we got to go find it. Now we're on a mission to get the jacket. All right, we'll find the jacket and we'll pick this up.
The prima love. That's why.
Brilliant. Look at this thing.
Amazing. Yeah, we now.
Showing their picture with our fantastic boat.
Oh, that's amazing. And so, yeah, that drivetrain, well, that's a Macan 4, but that similar drivetrain is what's powering this. And here we are coming in for docking, a little bow thruster to help us out. And man, the silentness, especially at low speed of the electric motor and gear train is almost eerie. It's pretty cool. Bow thruster's not quiet, but that is typical. So getting us right in. So Philip's got the charging cable and it looks maybe like a Phoenix contact cable perhaps, but it's just coming off the trailer here. And the charging port, yeah, it's down here underneath the seat, which is great for protection, the guys were saying, but you do need a long-ish cable to get it in. But interestingly, it seems to interface upside down.
It is, yeah.
Ah, that makes sense with the cable. Okay.
Yeah, because it's easier to plug it in then.
Right. Okay. So that's all you have to do to charge it, really.
That's all, yeah.
And